going into Harrogate with Paul this afternoon. Not sure when I'll be back.
You don't half live life dangerously.
He's having a new gown fitted. Could take a while.
Never had a posh frock.
Well, I'm sure the chickens don't mind.
No, well, not very practical for poultry farming, eh?
What I'm trying to say is, I might not be back in time to get the tea ready, but there's yesterday's lasagna.
Well, I think we can warm up some leftover lasagna. What do you reckon, Alice?
About half an hour should do it, eh?
Job done. You can untwist your knickers.
Is Rodney about?
No, he's over at the antiques barn. Did you want to see him?
Far from it, Mother. I've got a meeting with Ellis at 10. I told him I'm selling my share of the restaurant. He was shocked.
He would be.
But he's interested in buying it.
Not surprised.
Won't be as hard as what I had to do yesterday.
Isn't closing down the fish business enough? Can't you hang on to the restaurant?
Yeah? If I sold Mulberry Cottage and broke Nicola's heart, very appealing.
You know, your father and I, we started out in a terraced house in North Shield.
I'm not gonna do it to her.
Sorry. I've ruined your business. I've jeopardised your future happiness.
Mum, if you're looking for sympathy, you're wasting your time.
Standard terms and conditions, I think you'll be happy.
I'm not signing that.
Why not?
If you'd have offered that to the lassies I used to work with, they'd have stitched you up into a dozen pairs of assorted frillies.
That was Bradford. This is the Dales.
And I am the only skilled seamstress in sight.
I'm not sure I like your attitude.
What would persuade you to sign, Pet?
Thank you, Val. Leave this to me. Stick to looking decorative.
Another £1 an hour on me basic.
Out of the question.
Sounds reasonable to me.
And fag breaks.
I thought you didn't smoke.
Well, I don't. But Val does, and I can keep her company.
You are pushing your luck.
But then if you think you can find someone else...
We can have that amended straight away, can't we, Eric?
I'm worth every penny.
You better be.
You want to come to market with me? I've got too much to do. What about you, Daz?
What?
Fancy coming to market?
No, sir.
OK. I'll get off then.
Give us a ring and let us know how you get on.
Yeah, will do.
See you later on.
Yep.
Why don't you go and see Debbie for a bit? Don't want to. Go on, give her a ring. You can invite her on day if you want. And what for? Give you something to do. I'm OK. I'll stay here and help you.
And when you've done that, I want a couple of shelves putting up over there.
Yeah, I think I can manage that.
I've been talking to a designer, but I really want stripped oak floors and burnt umber on the walls.
Fascinating.
And the stove's going here. That's already ordered. 6 hobs.
6?
Yeah, 6. Comes between 5 and 7. And work surfaces either side in polished Italian granite.
Well, that's going to cost you a fortune. You must be balmy spending that much on a kitchen.
Says when have I paid you to insult me?
Because I could do what you want for a third of the price.
I want it to be perfect.
Tell you what, I'll draw you up an alternative.
I don't need an alternative.
Why don't you wait till you've seen it? Then if you want to throw your cash away, you really are 2 spots short of a 6.
Did Dad say when he'd be coming home?
I was hoping tomorrow.
And you didn't fall out?
We're getting on OK.
Good. But I'll bring him back from the hospital.
Oh, that's fine, I can go.
You just concentrate on giving the house a good clean.
Paddy.
What?
I wanted to apologise for the way I've been behaving over the past couple of days. It was out of order.
Yeah, it was.
But I was hoping you might give me a second chance. I'd like to come back.
Well, you're a good vet, you know. I don't want to lose you.
Is that a yes?
Yeah.
Thanks. I do have one condition.
Well, I don't think you're in any position to make any conditions, do you? I mean, you either want the job or
I do. I just don't want my dad subsidising my salary anymore. Look, you pay me what the practice can afford.
Well, it'll be a lot less than what you've been on.
Yeah, I'm aware of that.
All right, then. Well, I'll have a look at the books and see what I can do.
So you got a deal?
Well, actually, I've got a few conditions of my own. From now on, everything comes through me, and if you step out of line, or if you compromise the practice in any way, then you're out.
Fair enough.
You're looking very pleased with yourself.
I am.
You had to tell me about it this afternoon. I thought I'd bring my stuff up to Holgate.
OK, I'll see you then.
What was that about?
Nothing.
A round of tuna, a round of ham and a flask of tea. I've had some fruit in the shop.
I wish I were coming with you.
And Mr. Day's fishing? Don't talk so soft.
You'll have a lovely time. Might even catch the General.
Where is it you're going, any road?
I am going to a poultry farm specialising in rare breeds. They've got Orpingtons and Bantam Lace Wyandottes.
And Sulkies.
Oh, I knew a bird that used to wear them. Oh, she was a right cracker.
Ignore him. I don't think he's talking about hens.
Anyway, keep your eyes open. You might get a chance to stick one in your bag.
Well, I wouldn't do that.
Oh, you better get going. You'll miss your bus.
I didn't realise the time. I've just thought, Emily asked Delilah and me to sort out tea, but I might not be back in time.
Oh, Del can do it.
Well, shall I leave a note?
Oh, it's OK. You get going.
See you later.
Ta-ra.
Hi, Princess.
Dad! You're just in time to watch Master at work?
Hey, we'll have less of that.
Didn't Simon talk to you last night?
No, I hardly saw him. Why?
I see. Len, why don't you go and grab a coffee, eh?
Well, I haven't quite finished measuring up yet.
What's going on?
If you don't mind, Len.
Yeah, OK. Suit yourself.
Is something the matter?
Simon should have said something, but since he hasn't.
Dad, what is it?
I don't know why you're even here. You've not lifted a finger all morning and you've hardly said a word. Well, I'll go back then. No, Daz. Daz, don't. Come on. Yeah, at least have a cup of coffee. Yeah, we're ready for a break. I can understand you being upset. But it's over now. Jimmy's all right. Look, he wants to forget about this just as much as we do. You didn't do anything wrong. I'm all right.
I don't believe this. Why didn't you tell me? All this time you've known what was happening and you've been lying to me. You're my dad. How could you do that?
Look, Simon assured me the business would be all right, and then he said he'd speak to you, which of course he didn't.
He promised me faithfully that he'd never keep anything from me again.
I suppose he was only trying to protect you. We all were.
Oh, don't make excuses. You both lied to me because you didn't have the bottle to tell me the truth. The two people I thought I could trust.
Nicola, you can.
Oh! You've watched me spend money on the house and still you said nothing. I've been talking to Len Reynolds about Italian granite, for God's sake.
I know you got every reason to be angry. He lied to me. I'm angry myself.
So what else has he been keeping from me?
Nothing.
Well, how do you know? If he can keep quiet about his business going bust, he's capable of anything.
Where are you going?
To find Simon, where do you think?
I expect you're feeling pretty pleased with yourself.
Well, when Michelangelo walked into the Sistine Chapel, they didn't turn him away, did they?
Yeah, I bet you didn't ask for a fag break, though.
Matter of principle. Is that seam straight?
Are you tired of living?
Well, it looks a bit wonky to me. Must be the gin.
It's 11 o'clock in the morning, I haven't touched a drop.
No, you probably store a supply of it, like a camel.
Who you calling a camel?
Are you two going to get any work done today?
Come out here and say that.
You can't eat.
Yes, I can.
Take no notice of him.
It's all right. I don't intend to.
So now you've got your job sorted, are you going to find a place of your own?
Well, I might be driven to it.
It must be like living in a rabbit warren.
No, it's Emily. She's doing me head in. She keeps trying to control everyone's life and I can't be doing with it. I'm a free spirit, me.
Only way to be.
Yeah, well, if she keeps pushing me, she's going to know about it. Where is he?
Nicola, why don't you sit down? I was going to make a cup of tea.
Never mind tea. Where is he?
I had to tell her.
All right, I'll call him.
No, don't do that. He's driving.
He's got hands free, hasn't he?
Well, it wouldn't be fair.
Fair. Fair?
He's had to go to Hotton.
OK, fine. I'll go to Hotton.
No!
Nicola, you're in no state to drive.
Look, Simon had to lay off all his stuff yesterday in Scarborough.
Oh, like I care.
Besides, he's probably on his way back by now. Look, let him do what he's got to do and then talk to him later. Please.
I'll come make the tea.
That's a good idea.
Why didn't you tell me? I know it's awful, but I've still got my business and you've still got the restaurant. Why keep it a secret?
Actually, what? It's just that the restaurant. That's why he's gone to Hotton. He's selling his share.
I don't believe this. How useless is he? I'm going to kill him!
It isn't his fault.
Oh, you would say that? You think the sun shines out of his backside?
The fish business was my responsibility. I let it slide. Simon's having to sell the restaurant to pay off the debt, so if you want to blame anybody, you blame me.
How's Daz been?
He's not said a word all day. Well, I've got something that'll cheer him up. What? We'll see. Daz, come over here. What for? I've got something for you. A friend of mine breeds them.
For me?
Well, my finishing days are longer.
Oh, nice one.
Needs looking after proper, mind.
Oh, yeah, I will, I promise. Thanks, Jack.
You're welcome.
First time I smiled for ages, and it's over a ferret.
Oh, you're back already?
Oh, very perceptive of you, Emily.
You had a nice day?
Oh, aye, we had. Until we walked through that door, starving hungry.
Thought our teas would be ready.
Well, I knew I was going to be late, so I told Alice and Delilah. Hiya! Delilah, did I or did I not mention this morning a dish of lasagna for tonight's tea?
Yes, you did, Emily. And you were very eloquent about it.
So why haven't you heated it up?
Because I've been working late.
You never said.
Oh, I didn't know.
So what about Alice?
Look, whichever one of you eats it up is neither here nor there. Sam and I have been out foraging. We expect some grub on our return. It's tradition.
So was fox hunting, but they banned that.
That's not the point.
Emily, if they were that bothered about it, they'd have heated it up themselves. Yeah? Finally returned from your secret mission, have you?
What?
Nicola knows.
Oh, my God.
I had no choice.
But I asked you to let us tell her myself.
But you didn't.
No point in bickering. It's my fault. I've let you both down, but you've got to move forward.
Why should I listen to you? You've lied to me as well.
Look, I was going to tell you, but I had to deal with the business and the restaurant. Yesterday was the worst thing I've ever done in my life.
Typical. You're all broken up about a bunch of fish filleters, but you don't give a damn about me.
That's not true.
I had to put 15 families out of work.
We nearly split up because you kept things from me. You swore you wouldn't do it again. But you couldn't even tell me the truth about buying the house.
I wanted to surprise you.
No! No! When it comes to the important things, Simon, you chicken out. You'd rather lie to me. You do it all the time. You've all lied to me.
I thought I could save the business. I'm even selling the restaurant as a last resort. I just wanted to save you the worry.
You've been talking behind my back, all three of you. You've let me make a complete fool of myself.
I've done what I've done so that we can keep the house.
And live in poverty?
Do you think I'd let that happen to you?
You don't care what happens to me.
Look, why don't we just calm down and we'll talk about this later?
No, it's okay, Rodney. Maybe I should have told you. And if I thought I'd get an ounce of support or understanding, I would have done. But I knew how you'd react. By thinking about yourself, as usual.
Don't you try and shift the blame onto me.
I had to tell people who've worked for us for over 30 years that their jobs have just gone. And I did it for you. And you know what? I wish I hadn't bothered. Because you're not worth it.
Simon. Don't go, Simon!
Look, it shouldn't take too long to heat up. I'll do some vegetables. Delilah, will you peel the potatoes?
I'm not hungry.
Yes, well, the rest of us are.
Why don't you ask her to do it?
Ask me what?
We're a little bit behind with the tea.
The lasagna. I knew I should have left her a note.
Oh, I told her not to bother. I thought she'd missed the bus.
Never mind. If we all chip in, we can be eating in half an hour.
Forget it. You can't put food on the table without all this squabbling. I'd just as soon have a pint. Sam?
Oh, leave you some on a plate.
All you had to do was eat it up.
I know. I'm sorry, Emily.
Oh, if you heard the pair of you, you'd think someone had died.
Dingle men are never going to fend for themselves.
Big mistake, in my opinion. And I'm not even a feminist.
Look, Lisa would want us to do the cooking and keep on top of the housework. I'm going to draw up a rota and divide up the jobs.
Oh, she sounds just like my sister.
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, well, you can leave me off it.
I'm only asking you to do your share.
Emily, if you put me on it, I'm only going to forget. So it's a waste of time.
She's going on the rota, whether she likes it or not.
Thought I could rely on you, of all people.
Well, you can. I got fed up waiting for Simon, so I told you myself. I acted with the best of intentions. We all did. Well, even Simon was genuinely trying to protect you.
I'll never be able to trust him again.
Oh, that's a bit harsh. He's a decent man. He cares about you.
Remember the Mr. and Mrs.?
Oh, come on, Nicola. That was a bit of fun in a pub. You can't compare that to what's happened to his business.
We nearly split up over it because he kept things from me. He should have told me what was going on.
Well, if he had, what would you have done?
I would have tried to help him.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, of course I would. What do you take me for?
Well, in that case, you've every reason to be angry. But you've got to put what's happened behind you. Got to look to the future.
He's destroyed our future. And I'll never forgive him for it.
What are you doing?
I'm moving back in.
Like hell you are.
I'll be able to look after Tom when he gets out of hospital. He said he'd like to have me around.
We can take care of him. That's what I'm here for, to make sure everything's ready.
Oh, come on, Jimmy. Domesticity was never your strong point.
At least he can trust me.
In a couple of days, he'll wonder how he ever managed without me.
You never give up, do you?
Look, I'm doing you a favour. It's one less thing for your overworked brain to worry about.
Did you know about this? Yeah. And you never thought to tell me?
Oh, stop making a fuss, Jimmy. I'll bring my bags in.
Right, I'll see you later.
Where are you going?
The pub. But don't worry, I won't be home late and I won't drink too much.
Just so you know, I'm going to put you down tomorrow for cooking breakfast and washing up after tea.
Oh, no, you're not.
It's the rota. Emily mentioned it earlier.
And I told you, I don't do rotas.
How hard can it be to cook bacon and eggs?
Right! That is it. I am not going to take orders from a sad, dried-up excuse of a human being like you. Your life is so empty, you have to fill it with flaming rotas. Have you got nothing better to do than to decide who does the washing up tomorrow night? Look at yourself. You're pathetic. You might as well be dead. You'd have more fun.
Breakfast. Cooking. Delilah.
What were you doing, letting her move back in?
It's got nothing to do with me. It's what Dad wants.
He must have banged his head harder than we thought.
Give her a break, will you? She's been good to me.
She's trying to worm her way back in.
Whether she is or she isn't, she's back. Deal with it. And 2 pints, please.
Your lasagna's probably warm by now.
No thanks to you. Word to the wise house, Sammy. Don't let your Alice turn out like our Delilah.
How do you mean?
A motor mouth.
Well, I think I'm after this.
Come on, let's get some scrap.
Oh, Simon. You both said things you didn't mean.
I meant every word. So did she.
But you're under such a lot of pressure and she's just had a nasty shock.
Well, there's only one way to solve that, isn't there?
I bet I can get Eric to appreciate your true worth.
Oh, we can be very appreciative behind closed doors.
I was on about at work. I reckon I can get much better fabric, but for a cheaper price.
How?
I know a guy who owns a mill in Bradford. Reckon he'd do you a really good deal.
Hey, that would teach Eric for calling me decorative. Not that I mean being decorative, like.
Right. Give him a call, but don't mention my name until you put pen to paper, yeah?
Bit of history there, is there?
Oh, just give him a call.
Simon's staying the night at Paddy's.
What a mess.
Oh, if I hadn't let the business go under.
Oh, there's no point worrying about that now. What's done is done.
If they split up, I will never forgive myself.
I'd like to bang their heads together.
I've tried.
Well, let's wait until tomorrow when they've calmed down a bit. See what happens.
I'm glad you're going.
I don't want to spend another night under the same roof as you.
As far as I'm concerned, we're finished.
That's fine by me.